Hello. In this video we will learn about the basics of mobile communications. The so-called mobile communications or cellular communications are one of the most remarkable engineering milestones. This technology is used worldwide in almost every country of the world, and most of their working frequencies are within the scope of our RTL SDR. The latest generation available is the fourth one, 4G, but the second and the third one are also present. In the next module, we will do some cool things with mobile communication systems, but first we need to learn about the basics of these mobile communication systems. Let's begin with the cellular concept. Here we can see a picture with 7 cells. Each one has in theory a different frequency from the others, but not at all, because as we can see we have 2 red ones, 2 green ones, 2 blue ones and 1 yellow. This means that we are reusing the frequency. So 2 adjacent cells can't have the same frequency, but if these 2 cells are not adjacent, they can have the same frequency. When you move, if you are using a mobile phone, you move from one cell to the other, you need to perform a handover. This handover implies that all the communication sessions that are already running in your terminal, in your mobile phone, have to be transferred from the origin cell to the destination cell. This procedure, which is critical in mobile communications, involves not only the base stations, this is the towers with the antennas and so on, also the terminals and part of the network. Let's see how works the second generation of mobile communications. Almost everywhere in the world, 2G means GSM. As in the other mobile systems, the operating frequency differs between countries, so make sure which frequencies are using these types of systems in your country. In GSM, the uplink, this is the link between the terminal, the mobile, to the base station, and the downlink, this is the link between the base station and the mobile, have separate bands. One works in one band and the other in a different band. Each channel in GSM is 200 kHz wide, and the media access technique is time division multiple access, TDMA in short. What does it mean, the media access technique? This is the way that the system regulates the access to the channel. To avoid collisions, if, for example, imagine a room with a lot of people trying to talk at the same time. You won't be probably you won't be able to hear anything. But if you establish some turn system, saying you speak first, then you, you are implementing a time division multiple access. So this method implies dividing the time, all the available time in the channel for each user in time slots. The third generation, which is also very common all around the world, is UMTS, the Universal Mobile Telecommunication Systems. This technology is very different from GSM. Here each channel is 5 MHz wide. So in GSM we have 200 kHz for each channel, and here we have 5 MHz. So the bad news here is that a single RTL is not able to handle this channel entirely. We can see only parts of the channel, but we can't demodulate it entirely because we need to capture, let's say, the entire channel and demodulate it into all at the same time. So UMTS with one RTL won't work. Here the media access is the wireless code division media access. Why CDMA? In this technique, all users transmit at the same time and in the same frequency. And this is the same example as I mentioned before. Everyone in the room speaking at the same time and also at the same frequency. Now let's talk about the fourth generation of mobile communications. The most known technology here is LTE, long-term evolution. It combines frequency division and time division techniques for the media access. It admits several bandwidths, not only 5 MHz like UMTS. It is also a very flexible technology, and it's a huge step forward in terms of efficiency, throughput, and latency. The last thing that we need to know before moving forward is the frequencies. As I said before, almost all these mobile communication systems have a different frequency depending on the country. In the table that you can see on the right, we show the frequencies assigned to each mobile operator actually working in Spain. You can see that we have assigned bands at 900 MHz, 1.8 GHz, 2.1 GHz, and I think that's it. In the USA, there is also available 1.9 GHz, 700 MHz, and so on. So, before doing any exercise related to mobile communications, you need to be sure which frequencies are being used in your country. And that's it. Thank you for your attention.